Hey guys, what's going on? As you could hear, I'm still kind of a little sick, under the weather. Just had a long weekend into the Giants game in person Monday night. Yesterday was not feeling so good, so my voice sounds maybe a little bit better today. But anyway, let's dive into things and break down the 23-16 Giants loss to the Cowboys on Monday night. Let's just walk through the scoring summary, and then we'll break down individual things and touch on stuff throughout. Because there are a lot of themes here, especially around the Giants' rebuild, especially on the offensive line front. A lot of poor play from the Giants' wide receivers. Again, this is a trend that's happened week in and week out. But let's dive into things here. So the game starts off. The Giants let me just zoom in a little bit more so we can see. Hopefully a little bit better here. So the Giants do have an opportunity for a field goal to make the game 3-0, and that is blocked. I think it was like number 64 or something, and I had Giants to kick the first field goal plus 230, so I'll have to Venmo request that guy who got blown up and didn't do anything to allow the block. Just kidding. But obviously then the Cowboys come down, kick a field goal. Giants put together a solid drive, 14 plays, 51 yards, and almost 6 minutes on the clock to make it 3-3. And then the first half ends with a 6-3 heading to the locker room, the Cowboys up. This is where stuff really got interesting in the second half. Giants come out with the ball, kick a field goal, then they get the ball back, and then Saquon has a amazing run. Another one when you're like, wow,
Barkley.
Great, he is back. So let's just break this down quickly. You know, it looks like a kind of stretch zone. As you can see, everyone is moving right, and this guy is going to be unblocked on the backside. And 64, I think that's Bredesen. He gets zero push, so does the other tight end. And 42 is there. 42 kind of needs to make this play. And he's in the right position to make it, but I think he just arm tackles to wraps up. Saquon with another juke, and he's off to the races. Absolutely amazing, game-changing play. You know, the crowd is super into it, and these are these plays that Saquon makes that kind of change a whole game. Unfortunately, you know, the Giants couldn't prevail here, but again, just shows his, you know, level of breakout ability and the ability to make plays when no one else on this Giants team can. So it really comes down to riding Saquon as much as possible on another great play. End of the third quarter, Cowboys go all the way down the field, 75 yards in just over 5 minutes with Ezekiel pounding in the run. I think it was earlier in that drive. I saw the Manning cast after when Cooper Rush is changing the plays on the goal line, and Zeke runs over and he's like, I don't know the play. Like, you got to tell me, which is kind of funny that you still see shit like that happen in the NFL. Going down, you know, earlier in the fourth quarter, then the Cowboys take the lead with an amazing CeeDee Lamb 1-yard touchdown, one-handed grab.
Corner of the end zone. Lamb.
Pretty insane grab there. And that's what the Cowboys fans have been looking for out of him. So there you go. And then that was also a good drive for them. 89 yards in just over 6 minutes. Cowboys get the ball back, kick another field goal. And then Giants kick a field goal to make it 23-16, and they get the ball back with a chance to, you know, tie the game. And then, you know, again, Daniel Jones actually has a pretty solid pocket here. The rest of the night he didn't. Obviously, Evan Neal had a rough night getting his ass kicked by DeMarcus Lawrence. And Micah Parsons, for all you fucking Cowboys fans talking shit, I kept calling him Micah. I apologize, as I'm a diehard Rangers fan, and Micah's a Zibanejad. I've just been saying his name by proxy for the last, 6 or 7 years now. So, my apologies.
Little stutter step move by.
And then, yeah, David Sells
Step move by Parsons. Jones
falls
fires
down.
in the pass.
Diggs
He's
intercepts it.
intercepted by
Another easy
Diggs.
interception for that guy.
He goes down, and the Cowboys.
I think, you know, one thing you got to look at here is David Sills and Richie James and their play, right? Because Sterling Shepard obviously goes down, which was horrible. It's probably the end of his career, and it's honestly pretty sad because he fought so hard to come back, especially after that Achilles injury. And he was having a good year this year. Like, I think even looking at the box score yesterday, he had 10 targets. He's a monster part of this offense. Like, outside of the passing game, it's really no one else. Like, you see Saquon getting targeted for 45, Daniel Bellinger, who's been playing pretty good for a rookie, so I'll take that. And then Richie James and David Sills. Like, these are guys. Richie James was cut. David Sills, we all know, is a practice squad guy, and falls down on that last drive to end the game. And then, of course, Kenny Golladay with 3 targets and 2 drops. So his season keeps on getting worse and worse. And I don't know exactly, how this is going to end for him. Obviously, in any other situation, he would be cut. But the way the Giants signed his contract with Dave Gettleman, it would just be so much money to take off the table. Like, I think it's something like $24 million cap hit or something, and then you would have to free up $10 million more in cap. Like, it's just completely unsustainable or unmanageable to even work around that. So you're going to see Kenny Golladay throughout this year. So having said that, we're losing Sterling Shepard, and for Daniel Jones to go 0-9 in primetime games, there's really no fault on him here because he played his ass off. He was getting his ass kicked the entire game. He almost had 80 rushing yards. He was making plays with his feet when the pocket was collapsing around him. And if you take that away, I don't know how the Giants even have 16 points. So, and that interception also not on him. Was sacked 5 times for 27 yards. And then there was this interesting stat from ESPN that he's been pressured 23 times tonight. That is the most since 2009, but that's just an insane stat that they need to figure out. And I said going into this game, we needed to make some adjustments, having another running back or just chipping on the way out, or having the tight end stay in and help. And Evan Neal was just getting his ass kicked off the ball the whole night. So, oh my God. Yep, there's Micah Parsons. I got his name right for all you Cowboys fans, as he just destroys Brett Peterson and pretty much just sits Daniel Jones on his ass. Oh my God, and this is what I said too. Hey, we want to have a tight end helping out him, and there it is. The tight end doesn't do anything. I don't know why he's sitting here. Maybe it's like a delayed route. Like, why is he's not chipping him on the way out. Evan Neal Parsons just beats him right across his face and almost steamrolls him into Brederston, who, look at his, I don't know, his base looks so bad, like the way he's moving backwards. He's ready to fall down. Look at all that weight is on his ass. And then there you go. That was the theme all night. DeMarcus Lawrence really showed up. What did he have? 3 sacks, I think. Why is his name not? Yeah, there it is. 3 sacks, 3 quarterback hits, 6 tackles. He had a game. And then where is Micah? Oh, Micah Parsons didn't even have a sack, but 2 QB pressures, so he gets on the stat sheet there. Conversely, on the other side of things for the Giants pass rushers, we had the debut of Azeez Ojulari and Kayvon Thibodeau. Very unimpressed from what I saw from both those guys. So, hopefully it's just a learning experience. I mean, Thibodeau, I think, he had a pass deflection, but they really didn't do much, if at all. So we got to do a better job of ramping them up. Wink was blitzing like a madman. So we'll have to see, what transpires. I think one thing that you did see was that Leonard Williams was obviously sorely missed. Cowboys can just run right up the middle. No one else was able to fill that gap that he left. So looking forward to getting him back whenever he comes back. And then just jumping back to Kevin, $21.15 million cap hit. Most for any wide receiver this season. yeah, that really sums it up where they're at. I mean, they got to find someone else to be able to step up here. I don't know who's going to be that person. But again, you got a pretty soft matchup against the Bears in Week 4. So let's see how we can take advantage of that. And this guy was pretty much all of us Giants fans. All right, so thanks, guys, and I'll come back with Week 4.